full of authentic points of view. Myself alone have at least 22. They come from the things that we have been through. Those things can either make or break you. Life is full of ups and downs. It's our choice to either smile or frown. Please choose to smile today, because it's one thing that's free to give away. People say that life isn't hard, it's what you make of it. But what if only struggle surrounds you? What can you take from it? Life can be hard and some things aren't fair. Please listen to others just to be aware. All I'm saying, you never know what someone's going through. Just because they look happy doesn't make it true. Hopefully this podcast will help you see you are not alone, you have at least got me. We are more alike than you may know, but if we stay quiet, we will never grow. Don't ever give up, because you got this. If you quit, think of all the opportunities that you could miss. Hey everybody, and welcome to Authentic Points of View. I am Danielle Boer, your host as always. Oh, woohoo! I am excited. I always say that, I know that. But I am so excited about today's guest, and I'll tell you why. Because it's my baby, McKenna. She is coming on today, and we're going to talk about some really awesome things and some fun facts. First of all, happy Black History Month. Okay, it's February. Woohoo! So, hi, McKenna. Welcome.
Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. All right, speak up a little bit. Okay. Okay. So, I'm gonna ask McKenna some questions, and then she's gonna tell us some really awesome facts. So, first of all, McKenna, what does Black History Month mean to you?
Well, Black History Month means to me is Black History Month is very important to me because I feel like it's a time for all Black girls to be seen.
Well, awesome answer. And we did not rehearse this, so I don't know what her answers are going to be. So bear with us. Now, tell everybody a little bit about your background. So say they're just listening right now and they cannot see you. Tell them what your race is. Like what races are you?
Well, I'm mixed, and I'm mixed with Black and white, so I like to celebrate everything. So every day in Black History Month is very special to me.
Awesome. All right. So McKenna has been watching some really awesome things. I think last year we watched one. Was that the Kevin Hart one? Was last year?
Yeah.
Okay. So he had this really cool special, and he was saying all these amazing people that did really cool things. And so we wanted to talk about some people today that you might not know about. But I just want to say, living in the South, there's a lot of things that I did not know that we weren't taught in school. That's really sad. And some of it's really cool and awesome, but some of it is very sad. So having biracial kids, I think it's very important to include the culture and to talk about those sensitive subjects as well. And I have a Black boyfriend, so sometimes I let him take the reins and talk about stuff. And then also her biological dad also, of course, is Black. And so sometimes they can talk about the stuff, or her family, like, aunts, grandma, whoever. But I think it's very important for her to know about her culture and the history and the country and everything like that. And I think it's important for anybody to know. It doesn't matter what race you are. When I was little, my mom got that. Now that's a different time, so there's so many books, but my mom would buy us books, and my brother loved Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And it was really funny because he was very tiny, and when we would be celebrating that day, my brother would just cry, and he would be like, it's so sad. But it's really cool to learn certain things, and like I said, some of the stuff is sad, and a lot of stuff about the civil rights movement and how people were treated is just horrible. So we're going to talk about some really positive, awesome things. and I'm excited about it. All right. So, McKenna,
Yes. Hello.
hello. What do you feel like when people see you? How do you feel? And again, this is not rehearsed, so I don't know what the answer is going to be. Um, this is authentic points of view of McKenna girl. So, how do you feel when people approach you? How do you feel like they see you as?
Well, I think people see me as like kind of like a coconut because I'm two different colors.
Okay.
I'm brown on the outside and also have some white in me. So I think I love coconut, and I think people see me as not like like my look like a coconut, like my
You're not
skin
shaped
tone.
like a
Yeah.
coconut. Okay, good.
Well, my skin tone is kind of coconutty, and
Okay.
my personality is sweet like a coconut. And I think people see me as like have a coconutty personality and a coconut.
Okay, what she's saying is she's a nut. No, I'm just joking. So, okay, cool. That's a different answer than I would think that you would say. Okay. I'm learning something myself. So, what do you want to be seen as? If somebody like looks at you, what do you want to be seen as or known for or whatever?
I want to be known for a Black individual woman when I grow up, and I want to be known as like everybody else and like be equal to everybody.
Okay. All right. So, do you have you ever been said anything like, and this will be hopefully the answer is no, because then I'll be sad. Has anybody ever said anything to you negatively?
About my skin tone?
Yeah,
No, not really.
good.
Because in my school and everywhere, like now all races are mixed together, but back then they weren't. So right now, no. Hopefully not never. But in my school, no. In out the outside world, no, I have not.
Okay. So if you saw someone, no matter what race they were, getting treated badly because of their race, what would you do? And again, not rehearsed. So let's, I hope your answers are decent. Okay, I'm just joking. Go ahead, McKenna.
I would immediately walk over there and I would not try. I would stop whatever is happening and make sure the other person understands how it feels to be bullied and to be hurt because of their skin tone.
Fantastic answer. Okay, good. So, all right. Why do you feel like it's important for everybody be treated equally? Even, and let's include this. Say somebody has a disability, okay? Or for whoever they love or whatever. Like, why do you think it's important for somebody to be treated equally?
I think it's important for everybody to be treated equally. It's because we're all human and we all deserve what we deserve. Like we all deserve to be like treated equally. Like I mean, it's just like we should just all be equal. It's just the way the world should be.
All right. So, this is from a 9-year-old. It's really cool. I've never really done anything like this. She was on the show for a second before when we had Coop on. Little Cooper, so cute. And Beth, that was amazing. And so she kind of was like very shy and she really couldn't hear. I had on headphones, she did not. But so I just wanted to bring her perspective on because obviously I am a white lady and she thinks that's funny, but I am a white lady. And so I've seen a lot of things that are not okay or acceptable, and I speak up as well. Now, if it's going to put you in danger, of course, I don't want anybody to be in danger, but I feel like it's important for if anybody sees any injustices it's our job to kind of recognize that and do what we can to stop it or to help or to protect that person, because unfortunately it happens a lot. And being in biracial relationships, I've seen a lot, and a lot of the people that I care for and love have been through a lot, and you kind of feel it with them, but of course it's not physically happening to me. So I find this very important. It's important to treat people with love and kindness, even if your parents taught you whatever or whatever, I don't know. And so it's just really important. So we're going to talk about a few people now, and don't quote us on this because most of this was written by McKenna. She looked it up. So I apologize if any of these facts are not correct. They are correct to the best of our abilities. And so
I did not look up 100% of this. So if it is not correct, it's because of the videos I watched. They're on YouTube.
okay.
Just had to say that.
All right. But we apologize if something is not correct. And please feel free to message me because I don't want to be giving out false information. So, all right, here we go. McKenna is going to start.
Ruby Bridges was born in 1954 in Tylertown, Mississippi.
Okay, go ahead.
When she was 4 years old, her family moved to New Orleans. Back then, in the southern United States, things were segregated. On November 14th, 1960, Ruby Bridges went to an all-white elementary school. People threw things at her and yelled at her, but she was brave. Her teacher that day was Brenda Henry. That day, Ruby was the only person in her class because parents did not want a black kid with their child. Now, Ruby speaks for school justices today, and now she has Ruby Bridges Foundation. She is an amazing woman.
Awesome. So that's a story you might have heard because I've heard that one. And she is very important to the history, and it's so sad seeing the pictures of her being escorted and just being alone as a little tiny girl. I can't imagine how she felt. And so that's another thing that's really important. And so really putting yourself in other people's shoes and places and perspectives is important to say, how would I feel if this was happening to me? So, you know, please try to do that. Like if you want to say something that's off the wall and not right, think about that. What if somebody randomly came up to me and said something? How would I feel? Sometimes it's better to keep your opinions to themselves if they're negative than opposed to like you don't have to always announce it. But if it's helpful, of course, you can say it, but just be mindful of other people. So here's my favorite one. And again, if this isn't exactly correct or you're related to these amazing people, please reach out to me because that would be so cool.
Oh my goodness, that would make the perfect episode. That would be amazing.
Okay, you heard it. All right, now mine is Henry Box Brown. This story is so shockingly crazy and awesome, but sad. So Henry Box Brown was born, wow, in 1815 on a plantation called Hermitage. And also, this is my daughter's handwriting. So, and Virginia, when he was 15 years old, Henry got sent to a tobacco factory in Richmond. Um, so he got married to a fellow slave at 15 years old named Nancy. They had 3 kids together. I know. Look, she's trying to tell me. After a while, Henry paid Nancy's owner, wow, to not sell her or any of the kids. But Nancy's owner betrayed Henry and sold his pregnant wife, Nancy, and their three kids. So, four kids. With the help of James C.A. Smith, a free black man, and a white shoemaker, Samuel, also his name was Smith. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it's like
Okay.
no relation.
That's so cool. Uh, Brown was made an what? I had an idea to mail himself in a big box to the North. Brown paid $86, which is now, well, in 2021, that equals $2,801 to Samuel so he could fly to Philadelphia to for them to build the box together for Henry. The box was wow, 3 foot by 2 foot. That's not right, McKenna.
Yes,
Okay, that's what she says. On March 29th, 1848, Henry Box Brown began his journey in the box. The trip was 27 hours long. Oh my gosh. And on March the 30th, 1848, Henry Box Brown arrived at Virginia and he was a free man. Ah, on June 15th, 1897. How amazing is that? Also, um, it's told in the story that we looked up that he never saw his family again once they were sold, which is just so devastating and sad. I can't imagine being separated from my family and never knowing anything, what happened to them and if they're okay, or seeing my kids, like, so crazy. But how smart is that? And how much a blessing is it to have people that helped? And that's a lot of the stories from back, unfortunately, in times where there was slavery and back in the civil rights movement, there was a lot of people that were very intricate and very important to help other people and to, you know, free people. And we didn't write this down, but of course, everybody knows about Harriet Tubman and stuff like that. Like, so many people played a part to change other people's lives for the better. Um, so that's awesome. So McKenna has another one. Go, baby.
This one is for the ladies, and sometimes if the men have long hair. This is gonna be amazing. Lida D. Newman was born in Ohio in 1885. In 1898, Lida redesigned the hairbrush and got a patent for it when she was 16. Her hairbrush her hairbrush could be taken apart easily for cleaning and easily put back together. She made that because she realized how hard it was to clean a hairbrush. On her patent, it said her hairbrush is simple and very useful for in use. She also fought for women's rights to vote. People don't know when she died, but she was amazing.
Awesome. So I'm gonna look up. You might have heard because they did a story about her, Josephine Baker, but this is just without looking. So I apologize again if the facts are not correct. But she was so cool and amazing. She started dancing very young. She was born in United States and then she went to France and became like a French dancer, I believe. And she ended up being a spy in the war. Like, what? In the Hoot Nanny. That's so amazing. And not only was she like a performer, and she was really had a mixed crowd, which was not acceptable back then, but she did so many great things and was helping pass notes along and just like, was just very intricate to that. Just really cool. So I really love her story as well. That's just a little bit. It's not even that much, but she was like in the military, and I mean, she just did some great things. So, McKenna, how do you feel about talking about these awesome stories?
I enjoyed it so much and I loved being on my mom's podcast. I have another thing to say about Henry Boxburn. So, in the third grade, we read a book called Henry's Box. and it was about Henry Box Brown. So if you ever come across that book and you want to learn more about Henry Box Brown, you should get that book.
Awesome. Also, there are a lot of books called What Is, Who Was, Who Is, and stuff like that. Right. And so those books are amazing. They really give you a lot of information about people in the past, fictional and non-fictional, but and people that really, or even places, like it's really cool. It's like ones like what is the solar system, who are the Tuskegee Airmen, like stuff like that. So if you ever really want like a child approved, like it's, some of them are very easy to read. Those are very good books for you to get your children. How many do you have? Well, you gave them away, but how many did you have, do you think?
I think I read about almost 1,000 of those books already. No, 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 no. I have a lot.
You're
I
shaking it.
gave them some to my third grade teacher, gave some to my fourth grade teacher. I might have gave some to my second grade teacher. It's just a tradition now, I guess. But I read so many of those books now that I can donate them to my school. And those are really educational, amazing, like entertaining. Like if your kid ever wants, like, let's say your kid's on the phone all the time and he wants a very like entertaining like thing to do, but then you come across them being on their phone all the time and you want them to read a book, you should get one of those books because they're very entertaining and they're educational and they're just really really like they're just is an amazing brand, and there's a New York best times seller. So, yeah.
All right. So we're going to talk about some of the inventors. She said one already. One, I think everybody might know, George Crumb. So he was a chef and a restaurateur. I don't know. He unintentionally created the potato chip in 1853. How crazy.
I love
Um,
potato chips.
yeah, so I guess a customer sent back their fried potatoes after complaining they were too thick, and the crisp were an instant hit, and that became potato chips. And then we have Frederick McKinley Jones. See what he did. Oh, refrigeration.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna write about this one.
Yeah.
He like let's say you order HelloFresh. It would not be fresh without Frederick McKinley Jones inventing the cold air that comes in trucks when you have like frozen shipping or whatever. Without him, your HelloFresh would be melted and it would be hello disgusting.
Ooh, hello, unfresh.
Nasty.
Hello, mush. So, very good, McKenna. You're doing amazing,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
I think you are doing very, very well. Splendid.
Oh,
Okay,
thanks.
so let's see. Wow. Ooh, okay.
This one's really amazing.
So, oh, by the way, we didn't say that Frederick McKinley Jones had 40 patents. Wow, that's
Mm-hmm.
a lot.
Yeah.
Now, this lovely man here, Granville T. Woods, he accumulated, oh, I can't talk. Is it my 9-year-old talking or is it me? Almost 60 patents during his
Wow.
lifetime.
It's amazing.
One of his most notable was the induction telegraph system, which allowed traveling trains to communicate with one another. That's so cool. I didn't know that. While also allowing workers to locate them. So cool. I know this one.
This one, I'm pretty sure everyone knows, but he still is amazing.
George Washington Carver. All right. So, do you know what he did, McKenna?
Yes. So he invented a easier and faster way to grow peanuts because back then there it was so long and so hard to grow peanuts, and it took a very long time for them to fully grow. And he also invented like peanut butter and stuff like that with those peanuts that he invented.
Mm-hmm.
And he's amazing. Like with all the like all these like people that are so creative, like we use day by day things, and they back then were like just inventing peanuts, like inventing hairbrushes, like doing this amazing things, and we just need to like this month is the month to worship
Worship them. Whoa.
them.
So that's a good point, that we take for granted some things that people didn't have way back in the day. So George Washington Carver, he created 518 new products from the crops, and some are ink, dye, soap, cosmetics, flour, vinegar, and synthetic rubber. Isn't that cool? All right. Well, Madam CJ Walker, we should know her. There was finally a movie about her. So yes, she's amazing. And she had a part. Remember when you talked about the hairbrush, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's the one who actually invented it. The lady that I wrote about, she redesigned it. But this lady, she invented things
Hair
that
products.
everybody uses unless
Yep.
you're bald.
Oh my.
She invented conditioner, shampoo, hair products, like all of that. It's so amazing to me how they like out of nowhere just create these amazing things.
Mm-hmm. It's true. So this is going to be our last one, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Garrett Morgan. What did he invent?
He invented the traffic light.
Yep,
So
traffic signal.
without the traffic light, we would be crashing every day. He also invented the gas mask. So without him, a lot of people would be dying. So he
Oh,
saved a lot of lives.
oh my. This is from a 9-year-old, y'all. So how cool is that? All right. So there's just some really amazing people and some amazing things. I know in the medical field, because I'm a nurse, that there are a lot of amazing um Black people that invented really important pieces, like for cardiac surgery and different things and valves. I mean, just a lot of stuff that's very important in our field. So, yes, McKenna.
If you go back up,
What?
this guy invented.
This guy?
He invented. No, go down.
Oh, where are we going? Again, this is not
He.
rehearsed.
Sorry about the wait. He invented. Louis Johnson invented
Lonnie.
water guns.
Lonnie
Lonnie
Johnson.
Johnson invented water guns.
How do you know? Oh, mega water gun.
So the ones
I
with,
used to
like,
love those. Super soaker.
yep.
Super soaker. It says it right there.
So the ones with like if you don't know and you're a newbie like me, they are the water guns with like 3 different tanks. Like 2 big tanks here and 1 big tank in the back. And this sprayer, and you like just spray everybody. So that's why it's called the mega soaker. If mom were
super
soaker.
All right. All right. So, and it earned over $1 billion in
He's
sales.
still alive today.
Okay, good. Oh, we need to double check these facts. She's right. He is.
He's still alive today, and we should. All these people, we didn't even name all of them, but all of these
Of course not.
Black people who changed the world. That's why we have this month, to be able to give them like a hand clap, like give them the stuff that they need. Like even if even if they die, they still deserve this month
and recognition.
Yeah.
Right. And hand claps.
Yeah.
From McKenna. So, all right. So hopefully this has been informative. Of course, it's kind of chaotic. I was trying to think of the word. But yeah, no, it's really cool because it's just us kind of just going off the cusp. Who knows where we're going off? Going off the deep end. No, just joking. No, we're not. Okay.
That's
So
dangerous. Don't do that
don't
at home, kids. Don't do that.
don't do that. So no, we're rolling, just rolling with it. So thank you for listening. Thank you for being awesome listeners. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for the love and support. Thank you to McKenna, who is my favorite guest now. Don't tell anyone that she's my favorite guest. But this was really cool. It's neat to see her answers. I encourage everyone to ask their kids questions and just see what they say because you never know what's going to happen. Like some of the stuff she said, I was like, okay. But no, it's really awesome because it's really her opinion and how she feels. And she's 9. And so, being a kid is rough and sometimes. And so it's cool to just hear from them and see how they're feeling. So, because everybody's important, right, McKenna?
Yeah, everybody is equal. And this episode has taught me a lot.
Well, good. I'm glad. What did it teach you?
It taught me about different Black historians, different points of views, like what mom feels, what I feel, because I never really expressed my feelings to myself. So I know this might sound weird, but it was good to hear what I had to say.
Huh? Oh, wow.
Because I never
So she's saying, I don't usually talk to myself.
No, I'm saying
What are you saying?
I don't really am like, how am I feeling today? Or how do I think about this? Or how am I gonna push through this? I just really just have 3 seconds to think and then go. So so I never really I don't know why. Now I know to do it, but I've never really actually gone down deep into my brain and expressed how I thought, how I felt. So this was really good for me because I had a moment to I feel express myself and just talk about how I feel to mom's viewers, her amazing viewers. And this was a really good experience. So thank you guys for having me on.
Well, thank you. And as you can see, she's a very mature 9. And that has something to play with. Her brothers are very much older than her. So she has always thinks she's a little grown up. But she's still my baby. And I'm very proud of her she's a good kid. Everybody has their things that we deal with, but she's a very great kid, super smart, so talented, beautiful, funny, all those things. So just consider it, and that's really cool. I'm so glad to have you on, McKenna. I'm very happy that you came and talked to us.
And I will be very happy to, if you guys have any questions, I would be very happy to read mom's questions. And if you have any questions for me, I would be very happy to read them and answer them because I'm all open ears. My ears are open.
Oh, her ears are open. So awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much. We're going to give you a what affirmation? What does it say?
I'm strong and confident.
Yay! All right, everybody. They cannot see that. Oh, there it goes.
If you can see it, it says I'm strong and confident.
All right. So there goes the light. All right. Thank you. Good. All right. Well, thank you for bearing with us. This is so authentic. It just is random stuff. But no, it was important for us to be able to speak and talk about Black History Month. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And again, if you ever want to be on my show, email me at authenticpointsofview@gmail.com. If you want a topic discussed, also email me. follow me on Facebook, Danielle Boer, and then Authentic Points of View podcast, Authentic Points of View coaching on Facebook, Authentic Points of View podcast on Instagram, Authentic Points of View coaching on Instagram, and Danielle Boer 82 on Instagram. Also have a Twitter and a TikTok and a what else do I have?
I have no idea, but
Who knows?
you guys
Stuff.
totally listen to her podcast. If you need it, ask for her coaching, because sometimes she gives me some coaching.
Oh.
And sometimes I don't need it. I just need to listen to what she has to say, because she is the coach and I am the listener. So I listen to whatever she has to say. Let's say, this is probably never going to happen, but let's say I get bullied because of my skin tone, like we were talking about earlier. If I talk to her, she will give me some coaching to make me feel better and to make me happier. And that's why I love my mom so much, because she can always make you feel better.
Oh, that's very sweet. Thank you so much. But it's called parenting, but thank you, baby.
No,
so,
not all parents do that.
Oh.
My friend comes to school talking about her mom's mean. So, I mean,
don't be putting her business out on the streets.
So, I mean, I know not all moms do this, but this amazing coach / mom / podcast host / multitasker / amazing mom is amazing. She's just like everything you need in one. She's like a 20 in 1.
Okay, I did not pay her to say this. I promise. But thank you. That's very sweet. All right. Now, have a great day. See you next Wednesday. Talk to you next Wednesday. Thank you so much. As always, be kind and do something nice for someone. Have a great day, guys.
Happy Black History Month.
Thanks for listening to Authentic Points of View podcast. I hope that something you heard today changes your point of view. If you would like to share your views, please email me at authenticpointsofview@gmail.com or leave a comment on Facebook at Authentic Points of View podcast. Remember, always be mindful of other people's journeys and have open ears and an open heart.